wait a few minutes for people to join. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I sat down to do it, then realised I didn't have my tripod. My phone battery was dying, so it's been one of those days. I'm completely unorganised, so apologies. I'm here now though. And now looking at myself and thinking, oh, I probably should have put some makeup on, but never mind. Got my lockdown face. So I'll wait. I can see just one person's watching at the moment, so hopefully there'll be more than one person. So we'll wait a little bit. And I don't think, I can't check my battery while I'm on live, can I? So I'm just going to quickly plug it in. Oh God, it's not going to be long enough. Hang on. Ah. Right. Okay. Ooh. I know there's a bit of a delay, so I'll just wait for the numbers to pop up a little bit and then I'll start. I hope you're all okay. Hi Sue, you all right? Hi Laura. Oh my God, I'm really nervous actually. I was fine until the whole LTO. Hi Chloe. Hi Laura. I was fine until the whole LTO debacle. And then, well, not debacle, it went really well, didn't it? Hi Laura. Hi other Laura. But I had like then I started to get really nervous about the LTO, and then I thought, oh no, like I'm doing Sharp to Shine in an hour after that. So yeah, so now I'm actually quite nervous, so bear with. Okay, so I know, Laura, it's horrible, isn't it? I feel like I go live in my customer group all the time, but because there's so many people. Hi Anna. Because there's so many people in sorry, I'm getting messages from the director's chat that they can't comment. I think there was just a while where people were commenting and I couldn't see them, I think. Maybe. Anyway. Thanks, Laura. Right, okay. So, I don't want to hi Nick. Okay, so I think we've got like 16 people now, so I'm sure that I can start with the 16 and then we'll see where we go. I think some of my team are on here as well, so thank you girls for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. Hi Caroline. Oh, you can comment now. Good. So, hello everyone. Good evening. I hope this will be beneficial for you tonight. Sorry. I'm so sorry guys, I'm so easily distracted. There's like the director's the WhatsApp messages are popping up and I can see them. So anyway, right, compose yourself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Daniella Adams. I'm a director. I promoted to director in July of this year, and loving every minute. So when Laura asked me if I would go live in the group, I thought about what things, and I asked my team this as well, and my husband, what kind of things that would be beneficial for me to share with you, and what kind of things I'm possibly good at. So we settled on the topic of customer care and loyalty, and all the bits that I do around that. It's a huge part of my business. I think that it's the bulk of my business and what's made my business flourish so well. I only joined in November last year, so I promoted director is that 8 months maybe, I think so. And it's grown so, and I feel that customer loyalty and care is the reason that it grew so much. So, and obviously still grows so much every day. So I thought it would be a good thing to share with you all. So some of the things I'm saying, if you already do them and I'm teaching you to suck eggs, please tell me, and I'll progress from that topic. So right, here we go. So I have a team of 31 now as of the other day. So it's grown quite crazily recently. And I have passed down what I'm going to share with you tonight. I've passed down to my teamies as they've joined, and I have and it's really worked. What we've been doing, and when my teams have replicated what I've suggested that they do, and when it comes to customer care and loyalty, it's worked really, really well, and they've had a really, really good feedback from it. So I hope that it's I hope this stuff is beneficial to you guys tonight, and I hope you get a lot out of it. Okay, so here we go. Number one on my list, I've written a huge load of notes, and for those that you know me, I am a waffler. Like, I'll waffle and I'll waffle, so please, 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 my team is around here, they know what I'm like. If I start to waffle and I start to talk about rubbish, then give me a nudge and say, move on, Danny, next one please. So first on my list, getting to know your customers, and building relationships. So one of the first things I do when people join my group or become involved in my business in some way, I make an effort to get to know them. So whether they have commented on a post, whether they've been recommended by somebody, whether they have, I don't know, received a sample pack from me, or however, you know, or I've been talking to them, you know, I've met them randomly in the street and I've been chatting to them. However they get involved in my business, I then make it my business to know all about them. So, you know, how many children do they have? What are their children's names? You know, what, without sounding, sorry, that sounds really stalkery, doesn't it? I don't mean in a stalker way. I mean, like, you know, what do they like? You know, what are their favourite scents? What's their children's names? Where do their children go to school? What's that person's favourite things to do? For those that you don't know, I'm a massive Disney fan. Like, I absolutely adore Disney. So people are drawn to my group because, and to me, because I like Disney. So I'll always talk to them about Disney. I'll build those relationships, and I'll make sure that I build relationships with them, rather than, you know, first of all saying, oh, hi, do you want to buy Scentsy? I make sure that I get to know that person, and I talk to them and listen to what they've got to say, and I'll ask them, and I'll check in with them throughout, you know, not just saying, oh, do you want to buy some wax? I'll be asking them how they are, and, you know, if they've been poorly, I'll ask them about that. And Emma, I love Disney. I got married in Disney World, so I like, literally, so when and Laura, yeah, Laura's my Disney soul sister. Yeah, I adore it. Like, it's literally my life, which is one of the reasons I joined Scentsy, actually, because of the Disney products. That's literally the only reason at first, because I loved them so much. And I know my new teamie Abby, if she's watching, she joined because she loves all the Disney products. So yeah, so I talk about my love of Disney quite a lot, and I talk about, because me and my husband, like, my husband's been to Disney, you know, every year since he was born, pretty much. So Disney is a huge part of our life. Our house is like littered with Disney stuff, and so I talk about it a lot, so people are kind of interested in that, and that the people are drawn to me. I can talk about branding, but that's a whole other thing, but that's what people are drawn to me who like Disney. Hi Laura! Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, and Mel, one of my team is Mel, that's why she was drawn to me, yeah, because like Disney. So you end up creating these relationships with people because you have the same interests, and I always make sure that I'll have those discussions. If somebody comments on my one of my posts, particularly I share a lot of Disney stuff, you know, and they start talking about something, I'll ask them, you know, what's your favourite park, and, you know, etc, etc, and I'll build a relationship with them, and then maybe after, you know, a whole conversation, I might then message them and say, you know, thank you so much for commenting on my post, it was so nice to get to know you. I don't suppose you'd like, you know, just to say thank you and just to kind of introduce myself, would you like a free sample pack? And that's how I build the relationship. But yeah, getting, not just to, I've put here, not just talking shop, like, don't always be like, do you want to buy something, do you want to buy something, do you want to buy something, because that is not what it's about at all. It needs to be much more than that. It needs to be, you need to be you, but you need to be genuine with people, but genuinely nice, and not, you know, basically build that relationship, build that friendship. And I'm not saying that you have to be best friends with your customers, but it's really, really important to get to know them and be friendly with them, because that's what the success of this business is based on. There's a lot of other network marketing companies who don't promote this way of building a business, and they aren't as successful because people don't want to be sold to. People want to form friendships with people, especially right now in a pandemic. They want to form friendships with people, and they want to feel heard, and they want to feel part of something bigger than, you know, they don't want, oh, Danny's trying to sell me something, and Danny's trying to sell me something again. You know, they don't, you know, I get added constantly to like raffles and bits and pieces and tagged in posts on groups, and you know, without any conversation about, you know, no one's that person hasn't, I'm not talking about Scentsy, I'm talking about other groups, no one's spoken to me about who I am, gotten to know me, sent me a message asking how I am, or just engaged with me if I've liked their post or things like that. And so then, but then they're adding me to this raffle, you know. So really, really think about how you're presenting yourself to someone when they join your business. You know, don't jump on them and try and pour Scentsy in their mouth. You know, actually get to know them and make them feel like they're wanted, you know, and not wanted as in, you know, give me your money, as in wanted as you are valuable to me as a person and my business, and I want to get to know you and I want to appreciate you. And I've put here, be thoughtful and check in with them. So Kerry Randall and mine, I don't know what you're responding to, sorry, there's a huge delay. Oh, sorry, you're replying to Laura's comment, sorry. See, I'm so distracted, I can't. I've put here, be thoughtful and check in with them. So I've got a few customers who are poorly at the moment, not with COVID. I love the way we have to say that when someone's been poorly, we have to clarify that it's not COVID. Somebody's got a bad back, somebody's got a problem with their thyroid, and there's lots of things going on, and I make a note of the people that I feel like need my check-in, and I'll message them, and you know, not, oh, by the way, I'm doing an order, oh, are you okay? You know, I'll actually message them and say, hi, how are you? You know, just checking in, I want to, you know, are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help? Blah, 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 blah. And if they've got an order coming from me, or even if they haven't, like today, somebody's not very well, so I put a get well card in with their order. You know, it didn't cost me loads of money, it cost me like 30p from Home Bargains, but I just wrote a little note, you know, to say, you know, I really hope you feel better soon, and if you need me, if I can help in any way, you know, I'm here, if you just want to chat, etc. So yeah, so that's you know, just, and those things, they cost nothing, but they're a huge part of your business. Now, you may not think that sending a get well card is going to get you sales, but it's the long game, and it's not about, when I send that get well card, I'm not thinking that person's going to put massive PRV in next week to send them a get well card. I'm actually thinking that that person is going to think that I value them, and they're going to want to be a part of my business and be friends with me, and you know, be a part of what is amazing about Scentsy, you know, and that they love that, and then they will engage with me and buy stuff. And but that's not why I send it, but it's the real long game about building friendships with people, and making them feel valued and loved, and you know, cared for, and that you think of them, that you don't think of them as a paycheck, that you think of them as people, and that you want them to be a part of your community as such. And I've put here, say thank you always. Like, I know, you know, I'm hot on manners. Like, I always say thank you for everything. I probably say thank you too much because I'm always conscious about saying thank you. But I always say thank you. You know, if they put an order in, if they've done something, if they've, you know, put a post up, if they've, whatever it is, I always make sure I say thank you so much for your order. Thank you for supporting my business. You know, not just, okay, yeah, write your order down and go away. I always make a point of saying thank you so much every time they order, because I think that goes a long way with people, and not in a way that, you know, that I should be, you know, kind of a slave to them, grateful kind of thing, but just to show them that I'm grateful for them supporting my business. Okay, so next thing on my list, treat your customers like kings and queens. Go above and beyond, but also be honest. I've put here. So yeah, treat each customer as if they're your only customer, and also treat your customer, think about what you would expect from a business, and then go above and beyond. You know, go beyond your expectations for that customer, you know, for that customer, what you would expect. Yeah, and I always say thank you. Yeah. Bless, thank Kerry, liked my little bit of Tina Mail. And I think that those things are so important with teamies as well as with customers. You know, thanking them, showing your appreciation, but it doesn't cost a lot to make a little note about somebody's dog died, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, it's, I don't know why I thought of that, but you know, it's those tiny little things that make the difference. About creating that kind of relationship, creating that You know, it's much more, if you are literally just posting offers, expecting orders, and then not contacting your customers in between, those customers aren't going to feel valued whatsoever. And then they're not going to really order as much or engage as much. You know, my customers are so valuable because they engage in my group with the other customers. You know, if they don't think I care, they're not going to engage in my group at all, are they? And they're just going to order when they get right down to their last bar of wax. But yeah, go above and beyond in everything you do. You know, think about what you would expect from someone and totally exceed it. And be honest. So one of the big things I feel really helped me build my business as well is being honest about what I like and what I don't like. I think there is nothing worse than somebody in a network marketing business, who is like, oh my god, I love this, I love this, I love this, oh my god, you know, blah, 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 blah. Everything's amazing, you know. And don't get me wrong, everything in Scentsy is amazing. Of course it is. We love it and it is incredible. And we are very lucky to be part of one of those companies where everything is really high quality. Everything is just incredible. But if I don't like something, for example, I don't like, what don't I like? It's not a lot really. I didn't like the Buzzworthy wax. I don't think anyone did they? I'm not going to say to people, oh, I really love this wax, because I don't. And I'm going to say, actually, I don't really like it. It's not my cup of tea. However, if you really like bakery scents, or you really like honey, or you really like this, then you'll love it. You know, for example, if somebody orders a fragrance flower and they pick Luna, I don't say, oh, thanks very much. Yep, extra PRV for me. Tick off my list. I say to them, that's customer satisfaction. I was honest and said I don't really like the scent. Yeah, exactly. I'm always, oh my god, street waffle. I'm always really honest about it because people then trust me. You know, if I never say anything, and also you don't get a return order from that. If I said, oh yeah, this wax is amazing, like you'll love it, it's brilliant, just to get the sale, and then they hate it, they're going to think, well, I'm not going to listen to Danny again if she says, you know, she likes everything and actually not all of it is nice. You know, just to be really, really super honest with people. Like, so for example, if somebody says, yeah, Luna flower, if somebody says, oh, I'll have a Luna flower, I'm always like, okay, yeah, that's fine, but they're really, really subtle, so where are you putting it, you know, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I'll always be honest about everything. I'm not a liar anyway. Like Ben will tell you, like I can't lie for anything. But I genuinely will be completely honest with people if they order something. Because it goes at first when you start off. My customers like about me, yeah, exactly. You know, when you start off with, you know, if you start off saying everything's amazing, you're not honest, you're not going to get the return sales. But if you are really, really super honest with people about what you like, then they will trust you. And that's the whole point, isn't it? That's the whole point of giving them that experience. And also things like, you know, for example, I know we upsell, and of course we upsell, but if I think somebody's buying something and they don't really know what it is, or I can't think of an example, but I would be completely honest. I would say, I don't really think you need that because of X, Y, and this, but you might want this instead. Or, you know, I wouldn't let someone buy something just to get the PRV. Because you're not going to get the return sale from it. It's all about customer care. If you're really attentive to somebody about what they need, you're being super honest, you're, you know, you're not trying to sell them loads of stuff, you know, you're selling them what you think they will like, then they're going to come back and back and back and back and back because they trust you. If you sell them a load of stuff you don't think they're going to like, you're not honest about it, they don't like any of it, they don't come back, that's the end. You know, going that little bit of extra mile of being honest, and maybe losing like the sale of one wax bar will give you 400 wax bars, you know, in the long run. What would you want more, really? Okay, so I've put here, make them feel valued and special. Why should they buy from you? Why shouldn't they go elsewhere? So that's super important. Like, obviously there's enough customers to go around, there's enough customers to go around, we know that, but also why shouldn't they go elsewhere? I think it's not more about why should they choose you out of all the other consultants. I think it's more about why shouldn't they go elsewhere. You know, make them feel so special and so valued that they don't have to go elsewhere. So I spoil my customers like all the time. I am very generous with my samples, with free stuff, with everything basically. Who was this? Around the Campfire. See, I'm gonna controversial. I really like Around the Campfire. I really like it. I do. I don't know what it is. I think it smells like, it's like a bit marshmallowy but also a bit perfumey. See, that's why it's so different, isn't it? I really love it. Sorry, Laura. Okay, so but again, what I would say in that situation, I would be honest with customers and say, I really like it. However, lots of people don't. And I would be really honest about that. You know, so they're like, oh, okay, maybe I won't. Or I'll offer them a sample of it, you know, because I would hate for them to, you know, not like it and then think, oh, Danny sold me. Danny's encouraged me to get something that I didn't really need. So yeah, why shouldn't they go elsewhere? Spoil them, be generous. So so for example, and I've put here, that's what host credits are for. So that's why, no, I haven't warmed it, Chloe. Is this the problem? Maybe I need to warm it because I haven't actually warmed it, but I really like it in the packet. And whenever I make samples of it, I love the smell on my hands. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to warm it and I'll change my mind. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, spoil them, be generous. That's what your host credits are for. So, you know, we are so lucky. We get all these host credits for all this free stuff. And it's lovely that we can use it to spend on ourselves. But it's really important that we use it to put back into our business. And oh my God, it's hi Becky. Don't worry. You probably know all this anyway because I tell you all the time. So yeah, it's really important that you put this back into your business, and I promise you, if you do that, you will see such an impact in sales. So what I give and when. So if somebody orders under £30 of stuff, I normally give them about 2 or 3 wax samples. At the moment, I'm actually doing so I've actually given people the set of the Happily Ever After, or the Christmas 5-pack as well. If people order under £60, I give them 3 wax samples and a Scentsy soak or a washing up liquid or something like that. If they order under 100, between 60 and 100, I'll give them probably 5 wax samples, a washing up liquid, a Scentsy soak, maybe some washer whiffs. And then if they order over £100, I'll give them all of that as well. But also I would give them free stuff. So I would give them a wax bar, or a scent pack, or a, you know, I don't know, I can't think of them. Maybe if it's their first £100 order, I might give them something extra. But I always give them, and I found that that's a huge part of my business. I get so many return sales from those samples, unbelievably so. And I have used, so from when I started, so when you start, you don't have all this stuff, and I just had to do, you know, make some. And when I started, I had 1 bar of wax because I literally bought a mini warmer wax and decided to join. So I had the Cinderella wax, and that was it. And not a lot of people. Cinderella wax is beautiful, but only if you like floral scents. So I was literally stuck with that. That's all I gave to people. But what I made it my business, because what I didn't like is when people came to me asking for samples, I had to say no because I didn't have the bar, and I hated that. I hated that I couldn't give that kind of service to people because I didn't have the bar. And I'm not saying that you have to do this, but this was just how I felt. I was thinking, oh no, I wish I could give them that sample, but I don't have the bar, and I can't buy 90 bars right off the, you know, as soon as I start. Yeah, Emma, honestly, I'm not saying you have to do this, but obviously I'm just saying what I do, and I base it on how much they've spent, because I just think I'm really grateful. You know, I have a lot of customers who put in £100, £150 orders, you know, every month, sometimes more. You know, I'm really grateful for that. That's, you know, that is, and you think those £100, £150 orders, they're helping my host credits. You know, £150 order on my 605 party is like 20 whatever pounds, isn't it, of is that right? No, got that wrong. 17.50. That's a lot of money, isn't it? So I wouldn't necessarily give them £17.50 of free stuff, but I would definitely give them a wax bar and loads of samples. and you want them to feel special, like really, really special. And my customers always say that when they receive their order, they feel like a queen. You know, they feel really excited. It's like a really lovely surprise of loads of really cool stuff. Actually, I don't have, oh, well, I don't really, I haven't finished this, but this is the bags that I use. I know a lot of you do use these bags, and I've got my Snap and Share and my Facebook on there. And then inside I'll have my, again, I haven't finished this, but I have my sweets. I put Haribo in all my orders. It's become a bit of a running joke now that I put those in all orders. My customers would be devastated if I stopped putting Haribo in my orders. I think, because I put them in with everything. Literally, I did a competition, guess what's in the sample pack, and the amount of answers that had Haribo, there wasn't even any Haribo in it, but people were obsessed with the fact that I put Haribo and stuff. They're like 70 packs for £5 in Home Bargains, but they loved them. So yeah, so I pop them, and they've like full to the brim with goodies. I always make sure I do a thank you card. I got my thank you cards designed on ribbon and quill on Etsy, in case nobody knows about that. And my business cards. Actually, I don't have a thank you card. I haven't printed any out, so I was waiting for the card to arrive. But I have my thank you cards are pretty similar to that, with my photo on and everything. So that goes in there. So you're eating my Haribo while you're watching this. Fantastic. Sue's one of our new teamies, so she's probably got loads of Haribo from me. Yeah, so yeah, Chloe, exactly. And I'll try and do over £100 order. I normally do a scent pack, or something, and sometimes I do a bar. But I always make sure that those freebies are tailored to their like. So one of my customers put a £150 order in the other day. She loves Jammy Time, so I gave her Jammy Time pods, and I gave her a Jammy Time scent pack, because she puts in orders like that all the time. I'm not suggesting I do that every time, but she puts in orders like that all the time. So yeah, and if they do over 150, I will do 10% of the order in free stuff, because I feel like that's okay. It's not an active party, but I do really feel like I want to give back to those people, so I'll do roughly 10% of what they've spent. Yeah, sorry, that's what I was talking about. Samples of everything. So I have wax bars. I have so many wax bars. I have a wax bar for every single scent, and I sample every single scent. I have 6 samples of each scent ready to go regularly. In fact, I'll show you. So this is one of my boxes of samples, because I felt like everyone's, you know, for those you haven't heard of sampling with intent, I felt instead of like cutting up one bar for customers, so for example, you know, getting my freshly picked and cutting up loads of that and putting it in everyone's orders, well, that's fine, but the chances are that a third of my customers whose orders are going out have already tried this, so that would be a complete waste of time. Like, you know, as far as I was, obviously not a waste of time, they still warm it, but if they've already had it, then they, you know, they've already had it, so what's the point? If they, no, what was it, if they bought it, do you know what I mean? So it just felt like it wasn't going to get me PRV. And also from a customer perspective, if you've already got it, then, do you know what I mean? Like, I just felt like it was, they would know that, and I make sure that they know that as well. So, and actually it's really great, and I can give really good customer service, because somebody the other day came back to me and was like, oh my God, like, a month ago you gave me a washer whiff sample, and I really want those washer whiffs, but I can't remember the name of it, and I've thrown the thing away. And I was like, oh my God. But I went onto my phone where I record all the samples for everybody that I've given out to anyone ever, and I found it, because she'd only had 2 lots of washer whiffs, and she'd bought the clothesline, and the other one was Windowsill Breeze. So I was like, oh, Windowsill Breeze. She was like, yeah, that's it. But I could have risked not knowing, and then her not liking it. So that was and she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you know what you gave me a month ago. You know, and so on and so forth. So it just means that people are always getting new scents. I'm sure there will come a time where people have had all the scents, and I'll just give them more and more. But yeah, I feel like it really makes a difference in that experience for them as well. Like, so writing all of them down. Oh, Laura, I say I'm organised. I'm not completely organised. I actually bought Mrs. Hinch list book after Laura showed it in her live the other day, to try and get some bit more, because I have a list. I feel like I have lists on here. I have lists in my head and I have lists in my phone, and they never all like merge together. So I'm trying to do that with my Mrs. Hinch book. Yeah, and I've samples of everything, and I know that that will cost people money, and I know that you know, it's, well, no, sorry, say again, it won't cost you money if you use the host credits. And I know that it's starting out, you might not have the host credit to buy this stuff, and that's fine. Like, just build it up. But what I did was, is every time I had enough for I was gonna say, if I had enough, I've lost my trail of thought now. Oh, sorry, yes. So if I had enough for a 6-pack of wax on my host credits, every order, when I checked out a party, I would put 6 bars of wax on, and I would make sure that 6 of the bars are what I already had, and then 6 of the bars are what I already didn't have. And then I would build it up from there. And so as a result, I got, like, I've got a bar of everything now and a sample it all. Becky, if my customers get doubles my samples, then I suggest mixologies. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And then they could have another bar, couldn't they? Where they could buy. So that's a really good idea. Yeah, so perfect. Yeah, so samples of everything. Okay, so I've got here, brand everything and make it look really pretty. I think, like I said, my customers, they love the experience of having their order arrive at their door. So I always make sure that everything looks really nice, really well presented. And it doesn't, like I was saying here, it doesn't have to be expensive, you know, at all. It can be something with a little bow on, some little ribbon. You know, when I gave out sample packs to begin with, they were just in a little see-through bag with some, you know, whereas now, annoyingly, I don't have one made up. But they, you know, they're really, I just make them look really nice and pretty. I'm just thinking if I do, yeah, okay, I'll talk about this now. I can't remember what I've written in my notes. So I have also, so when I said to you about what I give people with orders, I do give them free stuff, but I also do something else which I think brings in more sales. So I have, now you have to forgive me that there's bit emoji on these, but I haven't got around to changing them yet. So I have a spring clean sample pack. I have 2 customers into mixologies now, and they make their own. Yeah, it's great. If you get customers into mixologies, it's great, because I will also put, so I make mixology samples as well, and I'll put them in bags as well. Where do I get my bags? eBay, they are. They're just candy striped bags from eBay that you should be able to find them, but I'll post stuff afterwards on here as well. So yeah, so I have made a spring clean sample pack. I don't have any made up because I've used them all, and I've been making my advent calendars at the weekend, so I haven't had time to replenish. A sleep tight sample pack, a relax and spa sample pack, a laundry sample pack, a all that shimmers sample pack. I think that's it for the sample packs. So, and what I do in those is, so for example, in my all that shimmers, I have a shimmer wax, a shimmer laundry liquid, shimmer washer whiffs, shimmer soak. What else do I have? Basically everything shimmer, and I also have a Lunar Scentsy Fresh, and that all goes in my all that shimmer sample pack. And I have these all made up. So for example, my Relax and Spa has a aloe water cucumber wax, a sea salt and avocado wax, and the detox mixology of both of the waxes, plus aloe water cucumber Scentsy Fresh, aloe water cucumber soak, sea salt and avocado soak, and basically, and so on and so forth. So my sleep one has like jammy time stuff in it. My spring clean one has one of each of the cleaning products, etc, etc. And I use them as well as thank you. So probably for like orders, like just as like an extra give back thank you. Yeah, Laura, it's fine. I'll come and live with you. Like, we'll get it done. You can make me more, you'll make me more organised if I come and help you as well. So I had those, and they're like little extras that I give to people. So if I think, oh, I haven't given them anything for, you know, one of those for a few weeks and they order regularly, I'll put them in their orders. They're also my prizes for things. If I do competitions and, you know, little things on Facebook, if I do bingo at the when me and my husband do bingo, because he joins me for bingo, I'll give those as little bonus prizes and things like that. And they work really well. People love them because it's like a little present. Actually, one second. Ben, can you bring one of... Oh, I've got one of those here. It made me look like an alcoholic. Oh. Cosmopolitan. I've already got one. I haven't finished it. Sorry, everyone. There's a brown box downstairs by the unit. You know, one of my little boxes with my Scent of the Month Club label on.
No.
Can you just find it for me?
What unit?
Where the brown unit, the brown wooden unit. Okay, I'll find that in a minute. He's no idea what I'm talking about. So yeah, he is. He joins with Bingo. He's very good. He doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about now. Might have to go on a walk to find it. Anyway, so these are great. These little sample packs because I feel like they're really like a really lovely treat for customers. They really love them. They rave about them. But also not only that, like if I give someone a scent pack, that's a really lovely present and they're really grateful. Whereas if hey, thank you. See, here's good. Yeah, well, that too. They're everywhere. Oh, Ben is amazing at Bingo. Yeah, he is. Bless him. He's my delivery driver as well. He's the best. So yeah, sorry, such a waffler. So those sample packs, they're really good, treat for customers, love them, but also they really help with sales because in the shimmer sample pack, there's 6 different things in there. So if they like every single one of those things, that's 6 different sales. So, but they love, and the customers love them. So it's not like me pushing stuff on people. They actually really love them. They think they're a lovely treat, but they're also that little bit extra like PRV and, you know, for me, because customers love it, but also there's a chance of lots of sales out of it because there's loads of different products in there. Yes, I can give them a scent pack and they'll love it and they can buy another one. And I do that and I really love rewarding my customers. But this is an extra way as well by rewarding them, but also giving them the opportunity to sample all of these products as well at the same time. Okay, right. Okay, so I received an order online the other day from... I don't even know, I can't remember, like a subscription thing. It was just like a couple of things in it and that was it. There was no like pretty like glitter, there was no card in there, there was nothing really nice about it. It was just what I'd ordered and that was it. So I put down here, think about what makes you smile when you receive a delivery or an order. And do you know what I mean? Like, so I received something today in the post, it was handmade. But there was no like thank you card, no like sweets, no you know, thanks very much for ordering, you know, nothing. And I'm not saying that they're, I think maybe it's different when things are handmade because not a lot of, you know, that might have been a specialist thing. But as Scentsy consultants, like I said, we have to separate ourselves. You know, what's going to make people keep coming back to you? Think about how you're presenting stuff to people. You know, don't put it in a Tesco carry bag and give it to them. You know, and it doesn't have to cost a lot to make it look nice and make someone feel special and make someone feel like you've really thought about what you're giving them. Okay, so other extras that I put in orders, so other little things to make it look pretty that, again, like don't cost a lot at all. One is the cotton wool. So there was, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but there's a little poem about, you know, don't replace new wax for old, the scent will fade is what I'm told, put these in your dish, something. And I wrote that on a little piece of paper. And I put it in, and what I do is I put 5 or 6 little cotton wool balls in a plastic bag, and I staple the little label on, and I put them in custom orders when they order wax. Not all the time, because I really do need to make batches up of them. I'm not that organised, I haven't done that yet. But I put them in with everyone's orders, and oh my god, so that cost me nothing. Like the bag of cotton wool cost me £1. The little labels that I printed out myself, the bags again cost me barely anything. But my customers did not stop raving about those for like months. Like they were like, oh my god, I love my cotton wool. Which was crazy. I never expected them to be so excited about it, but it's true. Like it's all those little touches. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it's all those little touches that make the complete difference. What else do I do? Jars for soak. So occasionally, obviously I do use Scentsy zip bags to put my soak in, but every now and then I will put them in like a little jar from Home Bargains with a little label on, and I'll use those for little competition prizes and, you know, thank you for recommending, thank you for tagging me on Facebook, and I do those. So sorry I'm jumping, but if somebody tags me and recommends me as a Scentsy consultant on Facebook, I send them a present to say thank you. And it's nothing massive. The other day I put literally like a mixology and a bag of sweets and just a little card to say thank you. Or, you know, if they're local to me, I might pop this round with a little card to say thank you. So nothing crazy, but again, it's just showing everyone that I really appreciate their time, and them not actually, you know, giving them something just because, you know, because they ordered from me, is that I value everything that everyone puts into my business. Whether you buy from me or you share something or you tag me or you recommend me, I'm rewarding them because I really appreciate it. Okay. Oh, and tree cookies. So if somebody orders a fragrance flower, I give them, I don't know if anyone's seen them, you know, the little wood slice, and I've got a little tag that I've made that says, you know, pop your fragrance flower on here and thank you so much for your fragrance flower order. So every fragrance flower that goes out, they get one of those as well, and people love those. Just another little touch really, and again, they didn't cost a lot. I think they're like, I don't know, maybe 30p a thing, you know, and the person, you know, they always go down super well, and they always just make something look extra special, I think. Okay. When I give people free stuff, I don't just give them free stuff. I put a label on it to say thank you for being an amazing customer. Again, it's just all those little touches. Again, just making them aware that I'm giving them this because I really appreciate them being a really good customer. Also, I give them thank you for participating in my Facebook or Instagram pages as well. Again, like, so for example, if I, not all the time, because oh my god, I would never stop giving stuff out, but if I do like a wax warmer, maybe not that one because that goes crazy, but if I do like a competition on my page where people have to comment, or, you know, a post goes really crazy and there's like 30, you know, well, I don't know, say 100 comments on there and it goes really well, and I might then, I wouldn't do it on the wax warmer because last time I did that I got 2,000 comments, so I'm not up for giving to potentially like hundreds of people. I wouldn't cope with that. But if it's something that they've really spent time and energy in on my page, I will then send them a little thing to say thank you so much for participating. Especially if there's a winner and there's like say 10 other people that participated, I might just send them a little mixology to say thanks so much for taking part. Okay. What else? Yep, done that. Okay, so monthly treats. So when I first started, I was added to the Whiffbox group, and I saw all the lovely things that people shared on there. If you're not in Whiffboxes UK, it's such a great group for ideas. And I thought I want to put into my business something that I have no idea what the time is, by the way. I don't know if I've like spoken for 3 hours or 30 minutes. I've no idea. So if someone could just give me a check on the time. Yeah, so I thought I want it. What do you use again to design your leaflets? So okay, so all my leaflets and bits and pieces. Now there was a thing going around that we couldn't use Bitmoji, but the suggestion was is that you use up what you've got, and you know, and I need to get around to designing new ones. I haven't done that yet, so I think that's still the guidance. Thanks, Jem. But yeah, so designing them, I use Word Swag and I use PicMonkey. I pay for my Word Swag so so I can take the Word Swag words off. But the PicMonkey is free. There are some things that you have to pay for in PicMonkey, but I just don't bother to pay for them. And you can do it. You can literally use loads of graphics, everything on PicMonkey without having to sign up to it. And that's great for loads of stuff. It's so good to just design. I love it that I can just design anything myself. You know, that to just look exactly how I want it, and say exactly what I want. So for example, I did pink boxes the other week for breast cancer, and sorry, now I've got blooming 2 drinks on my desk. I don't even know what to do with them. Hang on a minute. Right. Okay. Right. I didn't drink throughout lockdown, really, until I discovered that I could make my favourite cocktail, and now I'm obsessed with it. Right, okay, so I'm trying to find something that I put in here earlier. So yeah, what I love about the apps is that you can literally tailor it to exactly how you want it, and to make it like work for your business, and to brand it, so when people see it they know it's you. Drink them. Good idea, Ria. That is a good idea. Oh right, so this is what I put on my fragrance flowers. I don't know if anyone can see that. So I made that on Pick Monkey to go with the, not fragrance tiles, with the little coasters. And